Yo, talk to me about you obviously getting with Pharrell. Kind of carved out another era of your career. Pay the Cost to Be the Boss, Rhythm and Gangsta. These were albums that I feel like are kind of like up there with any of your bodies of work. Also, shout out to the Blue Carbon Treatment. That's one of my favorites. And Last Meal, too.
That is my favorite.
The Blue Carbon Treatment's so good.
That shit's so hard.
Oh, my God.
That's my shit.
But you like being locked in with Dre in a way that you have, the level you have. You've also worked with guys like DJ Premier throughout your career. Like, you've worked with the greatest of all time, Timbaland, et cetera. But like catching like that vibe with Pharrell, where you guys are able to like really kind of ride a wave and like have multiple. I mean, Drop It Like It's Hot is like, as big a record that you have. You know what I mean? Like, how cool was that to kind of like get in a group? Because a lot of people can get in with producers and like, yeah, Pharrell made the album, we got a single, but you guys got into like a real. I mean, the Bush album was dope, slept on too.
You know what people don't know about Pharrell? This is what I really love about Cuz. When he worked with me, when we was doing the first couple of things that we did, all he wanted to do was be around my gangster homies. As R&B as he is and as melodic as he is, he was so infatuated with like, Snoop, bring your homies up here, cuz. Have your homies up here, cuz. He used to say it just like that. Yeah, he's like, that's how he talked to me. Bring your homies up here, cuz. And all my homies, he's like, I want the worst of your homies, the one that steals, the one that'll get in a fight, the one. I need
He's
them.
like, I want these studio sessions to be a real liability.
I want niggas up here in so many words. So I would bring all the niggas up there, and he would get all, like, to me, he did what Dre did with Doggy Style. He had to learn me, but he had to learn my elements. And you can't just do that sitting in the studio with me. You got to see me around my people. You got to see how I interact with my people. You got to get the vibe of us. And when we made those records, he even allowed people like L.T. Hutton to produce tracks. He allowed Jelly Roll and other people to present because he knew that they was a part of my team. So it wasn't like it was a produced by Pharrell top to bottom.
Right.
He had the majority of it, but he allowed, hey man, your homeboy over there, bring him in there. Don't he do beats? Let's see what he got. Like he was that type of, collaborator with me, to where it was like we had fun together, and he was interesting because he wanted to tap in to this gangster shit. Then when we was into it with Suge Knight, that's when he was trying to like pull up. He was like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all really into it with the nigga? I said, nigga, don't trip, nigga, stay down with this crib shit, nigga, we got this nigga. And then once we handled Cuz, he was able to see all of that, to see how the situation resolved, not with violence, but with just standing up and being a man and putting your foot down.
And then like that Bush album y'all did, I don't know, that shit does not get talked about. That was
overseas, they love that motherfucker.
That was a great fucking album.
Big hit overseas.
Yeah. And it was, I think what I liked
visuals?
about, I bought the CD, and I think the CD reminded me like the old No Limit cases, because it was like a solid colored case.
Did you see the videos to that album?
Yeah, for sure.
The Stevie Wonder one was amazing. The one with Charlie Wilson, like his thought process. To me, that when I'm not here on this earth anymore, is when that record is going to be thoroughly appreciated.
Yeah.
Because it's so dynamic and it's so futuristic that it was so ahead of its time. People were so used to hearing me and him do slappers and bangers, but we went to a whole nother region with that.
I want to talk about, like, I just watched your Cam interview, and I know you touched a lot on your No Limit era. I remember the anticipation, because I was a big Master P fan. Like, Ghetto Dope's my shit.
That was my shit too.
Oh
my homeboy Badass, rest in peace, pulled up on me in a Cadillac, and he was like, Doggy Dog, you gotta hear this shit. And he put the cassette in and Ghetto Dope, and I fell in love with them No Limit niggas.
So fire. But when you first dropped The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told, and you had like the No Limit style cover, and it was like your first, I remember like running to the I think I saved my money. I might have sold some older CDs to get that motherfucker. But that album felt to me like it was like you going to No Limit's world, as to where Top Dog felt to me like you brought, yeah, now y'all gotta come over here.
Last Meal.
Last Meal was straight.
See, what you don't know
out
about
of those three, Last Meal was my favorite.
Last Meal, Dr. Dre mixed it from top to bottom, every song on there.
So when you were working on Last Meal, were you also simultaneously working on
Chronic
2001?
2001 and the Eastsiders.
Because we didn't get 2001 until after Last Meal, right?
Last Meal, Eastsiders' first album, and Chronic 2001.
All at the same time.
And then we started working on The Wash because we had wrote The Wash while we did the Up and Smoke tour.
Very slept on soundtrack, by the way.
Come on, my
Shout
nigga.
out to, shout out to Nocturnal, man.
That motherfucker, bang.
No, but Last Meal, I remember when Dre was on there's the voicemail in the
Hey,
beginning.
Snoop, I've been listening to your album, and I ain't said
like,
nothing on this whole motherfucking, on Lay Low.
Yeah, lay low. I was like,
But he sequenced the whole album. He mixed everybody's song. Everybody gave him the music. He sequenced the Snoop, Snoop, Snoop,
Yeah.
all that into boom, 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 into that, into all of that. He sequenced everything, even the R. Kelly song.
crazy.
That's that shit.
Yeah.
Me and DLC wrote that.
By the way, very slept on record.
That record was big.
Big record at radio.
No, I used to perform that record with Cuz when he was on the streets. Nigga, that record was huge, nigga. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, 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 gang. Shout out to my nigga Knots for making that beat about a VA.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.